Well, I'm joined now by the Jordanian Foreign Minister, Ayman al-Safadi. He is live for us from Amman. And Foreign Minister, let's start with the Iranian strikes. I mean, unprecedented 5-hour wave of projectiles directed towards Israel. To be clear, was it Jordan or the Americans who intercepted those projectiles over Jordan?
Good morning, Becky. The attack was a retaliation to the Israeli targeting an attack of the Iranian consulate in Damascus. The Iranians said that they've done what they needed to do and no more. Now I think the pressure is on Israel not to escalate and work towards the objective that we all share, which is de-escalating the conflict. And the first step towards de-escalation is ending the aggression on Gaza, ending the illegal measures on the West Bank, and get on a track that will produce the just and lasting peace on the basis of the two-state solution that we all believe is the only path to peace and security. As far as Jordan, what we did was consistent with our long-standing policy. Any projectiles, drones, whatever that enters our space, historically, and we'll continue to deal with it because it poses a threat to Jordan. We're in the range of fire. Any missile or projectile that could fall in Jordan would cause harm to Jordan. So we did what we have to do. And let me be very clear. We will do the same regardless where those drones are from Israel, from Iran, from anybody else. Our priority is to protect Jordan and to protect Jordanian citizens and to do whatever we can against escalation that would be detrimental to all.
Foreign Minister, was it the Americans or the Israelis who asked you to intercept, or are you saying it was absolutely a decision by Jordanians first and foremost, unilaterally, to intercept those projectiles?
As I said, Becky, our long-standing policy, whatever objects that go into our skies, violate our airspace, that we believe pose a danger to Jordan, we will do whatever within our means to end that threat, and that's what we did. Again, I think what happened was a sign of how terrible things could be, how dangerous the situation could deteriorate into, unless we deal with the cause of all this tension, which is the Israeli aggression on Gaza and the continued absence of political horizons to solve the conflict as a result of Israeli policies. Again, Iran retaliated against the attack. See, that is over. Now we have to look to the future and to look for now, actually, and to make sure that there's no other triggers for escalation. And I think the onus is on Israel for that.
Were you warned ahead of the pending attack by Iran? I mean, you summoned the Iranian ambassador over statements you said they've made against Jordan. So firstly, were you warned? And secondly, can you be clear about what was said to the Iranian ambassador? I mean, does Jordan believe it is under increased threat from Iran and its proxies at this point?
Look, I mean, it's no secret that, days before the attack, it was clear to everybody that the attack, that the Italian retaliation was imminent. And we were aware of that, as were many other countries. In relation to the question of the summoning of the ambassador, we did so in reaction to what we believe was harmful disinformation statements carried by Iranian news agency against Jordan, incitement against Jordan. And we told them very clearly, very unequivocally, that this is not acceptable. Their problem is with Israel and not with Jordan, and we will not allow for such disinformation against Jordan to continue, and we will retaliate if they continue with that. We don't want conflict with Iran. We don't want conflict in the whole region. But in order for good relations with Iran to develop, we have to address all causes of tension with Iran, which include some intervention and some threats to our national security, including through or by militias affiliated with Iran that are trying to flood Jordan with drugs and weapons. But again, I think we need to be focused. The issue here is not Iran. The issue here is the aggression on Gaza. The issue here is the extremely illegal and harmful measures to the Palestinians of the West Bank. This has to stop. As you said, Beki, nobody wants escalation. We all want to calm things down. But the first step towards that is ending the aggression. And we're seeing that aggression continuing. And I think one more point I want to say is that, look, the Israeli Prime Minister have always wanted to invoke some sort of confrontation with Iran. Now, as the international pressure on Israel to stop the aggression in Gaza continues, invoking a fight with Iran is something that we believe he thinks could dilute that pressure and could take attention away from Gaza and focus on this new confrontation. What we tell all our partners in the international community, the issue is in Gaza and on the West Bank, and our focus needs to continue to be on that, because unless we solve that, then the chances for regional escalation will continue.